Welcome to another video, everybody. Today's video we're going to talk about my predictions for the next coaster at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. The reason why I'm going to be doing this prediction video because we are getting some new coasters. We've gotten the brand new RMC Hybrid, Iron Gwazi, and the Skyrocket 2 in Tigris. I just want to describe what the next coaster could possibly be. Now, these are predictions. These are not confirmed. I do have a couple coasters I think Busch Gardens Tampa could be getting. I'm unsure right now what they could be getting, and they're probably going to go a few years without getting a new coaster, so we're just going to make our predictions. Now, we know that Busch Gardens Williamsburg, Busch Gardens Tampa's sister park, is getting a coaster in 2020 and a coaster in 2021. Right now, those guesses are a launch coaster that's going 350 feet tall. But that's not fully confirmed, but it probably will be. As right now, they probably will be getting that coaster in 2020, and then they won't go a coaster for another year, and then probably Busch Gardens Tampa Bay could be getting a coaster in 2022 as the earliest, in my opinion. They might even go with 2023 because of what SeaWorld Orlando is getting in 2021. Not too sure, but here we are. We're going to start it off. I'm going to say a Gravity Group wooden coaster. Nothing like my board size, but like something like the Voyage or the Legend at Holiday World. Now, why am I saying a Gravity Group wooden coaster? These wooden coasters are a modern-day Woody. They have tons of airtime, including ejector-filled airtime hills. They can do overbanks, and the closest one is the Tampa's Busch Gardens is Mindblower, which is on the rougher side. But you can make a really smooth Gravity Group, and it's just really cool. You can put a lot of ejector airtime into it. Like, you could probably put the massive airtime hills that, like, something like the Voyage has at Holiday World. I mean, you can even use your Timberliner trains, which would be really cool because they're really comfy. And I would say, if you're to add a wooden coaster, go with Gravity Group, even though you did do a GCI at one point in Gwazi. But coming up next, you might be a little surprised, but I'm saying the Vekoma Family Suspended Coaster. You might be asking me why. There is Cobra's Curse at the park, a mock ride spinning coaster, and I get it, that is a family coaster with a height requirement of 42 inches, but I'm thinking maybe the kids don't like spinning coasters, they like going backwards. Maybe they like to have their feet hang below the track. So this suspended coaster model by Vekoma nowadays are really good because they feature the lap bars, unlike Vekoma's older suspended family coasters with the shoulder restraints. So I'm going to say that because not as the most likely one, but because there is a possibility that they could be doing, instead of an Earth Rail ride, they could maybe add a coaster towards the families, and that would be good because right now they only have two very true family coasters. Really, I can also see some other coasters going there. So my final prediction for our roller coaster going to Busch Gardens is the B&M Hyper Coaster. Now, we all know SeaWorld Orlando has the Hyper Mako, but the reason why I say that Busch Gardens Tampa Bay might get a Hyper Coaster, it might be an Intamin or a Mock Rides Hyper Coaster, because Busch Gardens does not have a hypercoaster, and it does please the crowd a lot. Now, why do I say a hypercoaster? In my opinion, the hypercoaster is really good, to the point a lot of GP will love this thing, and they'll probably give the highest park attendance they'll probably ever see. Now, I know Iron Gwazi is very hyped up, but the general public don't really love very intense coasters, so I'm not really seeing the biggest lines in the world for this coaster for Iron Gwazi. But for a hypercoaster like Mako, it would be. Now, what if they don't get a hypercoaster? Could they get a Giga Coaster? Florida's first Giga Coaster. I say yes and no. I'm going to say yes because Florida doesn't have a Giga or the SeaWorld chain, even though SeaWorld is looking to make a launch Giga. But right now I'm expecting for the Giga to be in 2022. I'm going to say Giga over Hyper because of it, because of SeaWorld Orlando's Mako. So I'm going to say the Giga Coaster because it's just really awesome to get a Giga in the SeaWorld chain, and it would be a first of its kind on the southern East Coast. So I would really say the Giga. That's my prediction for that. Those are my predictions for the next coaster that could go to Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. They would be asking, why didn't I say something like a B&M Wing Coaster or the new Surf Coaster? The reason why I said that is because there's a possibility that SeaWorld Orlando is going to be getting a surf coaster or a wing coaster. So I didn't want to say that, but in my opinion, these predictions I made could possibly be the next roller coaster at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Now, people might be asking me, why didn't I put maybe something like a GCI in? Now, I don't think GCI would they would get a GCI. You never know. These are predictions, and most of the time, it won't be right. So I'm just going to be predicting that for Busch Gardens Williamsburg's coaster, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.